This is the former head of Shin Bet, Ami Agalon, saying something you need to hear. I don't want to give it away. It's only 45 seconds, but interesting aspects. This, it's funny. Once you retire from some of these agencies, you tend to evolve. Once your income isn't based on certain things, etc. Well, okay, let me back that off. That was a bit exaggerated. Some people evolve. Many do not. Like Alan Dulles. When he retired, not a lot changed.
Could you describe what is the reality for Palestinians here?
A life of people who dream about freedom and don't see it. Whether we liked it or not, we control the life of millions.
If you were a Palestinian living in the West Bank or Gaza, what would your view be of Israel?
I would fight against Israel. In order to achieve my liberty.
How would you fight? How dirty?
I would do everything in order to achieve my liberty, and that's it. I would do everything in order to achieve my liberty, and that's it. You cannot deter a person or a group of people if they believe that they have nothing to lose. We Israelis, we shall have security only when they will have hope.
Pretty big words coming from the former head of Israel's security agency. If he were Palestinian, he would do whatever he could to achieve his liberty. And of course, this is true. You just don't normally hear it from someone who used to be one of the top, quote unquote, law enforcement. Even that is a euphemism or propaganda term. But one of the top law enforcement guys in Israel, you don't normally hear it from them. But this is, there's a great book called The Lottery of Birth. Amazing book. I think it's by Raul Martinez, and I've interviewed him and talked to him a few times. Of course, there's rarely exceptions, but we are creations of our birth, of where we were born, of whether it be the nation, the city, the family life, the level of inequality, all those things add up. But certain things are true like a large percentage of the time. If you are born a Palestinian in Gaza, in the West Bank, you are likely to support the Palestinian cause. And some are going to, some have their families killed and therefore they become militant. Some, maybe are not involved in militarism, but they're just support the cause. There's a variety, like there's shades of gray, but there's very few Palestinians born in Gaza and West Bank and lived there their whole lives who go, yeah, Israel's right on all of this. And there's also very few Israelis. It's like 90% of those who are currently living in Israel and have lived there a long time say that Palestinians are right. 100% right across the board. There are some. In fact, I interviewed multiple times. I interviewed a father of a military conscientious objector who refusing to serve in the IDF. And, he's an Israeli who completely agrees with the Palestinian cause. They do exist, but they are a relatively small number. Of course, it just has to do with where you live and what your upbringing was like, what your life's like, what the support circle around you is like. The thing is, we should look at that and go, oh, meaning that what is legitimately right needs to be decided outside of I just grew up in this thing and I am this thing. It needs to be decided beyond that. So that's why something like this is so rare. It's, an Israeli high official who's saying, yeah, if I were Palestinian, I would do everything I could to achieve liberty of Palestinians or my liberty. Absolutely true, of course.